The list of illegally registered voters in Phenix City continues to grow following a special election for the District 2 City Council seat. Justin Holbrook joins us live with why city officials and the attorney for the Board of Registrars are blaming one another. Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
The most recent election pitted Baxley Oswalt against Vicky Carter Johnson for the District 2 City Council seat. Now, Johnson was only 10 votes shy of winning a majority for that election. Since the election, News 3 has confirmed that several people in the district actually use their business address instead of using the address they were supposed to use, which is their home, because that's considered their domicile. The list of people who voted in the District 2 election without living in the area is now at 84 names, up from 52 last week. That's according to Phenix City Police, who say that number will likely rise. Now the city and county are at odds about how this happened in the first place.
The city has nothing to do with this. What's our responsibility is to make sure we're doing things as the law states, decent and in order.
But Kenneth Funderburk, the attorney for Russell County, says any blame pointed toward the Board of Registrars is wrong. In an email, he wrote, quote, "In Russell County, the Registrar's Office is specifically tasked with the registration of electors in and for Russell County. The Registrar's Office is not tasked with making a determination of whether an individual is qualified to vote in a municipal election within the county, and certainly not within a particular district of the municipality." He also referenced the Code of Alabama 11-46-36. It states the municipality has the obligation to prepare, certify, and publish the list of electors qualified to vote in the municipal election. Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill said this.
All the Board of Registrar members are charged with doing is processing the addresses and the paperwork that is submitted to them for voter registration purposes. When they're able to confirm that it's a valid address, they're not in the business of confirming if it's a residential address or a business address.
I also asked Merrill how using a business address to vote slipped through the cracks for so many years.
Well, apparently it had never been challenged before, because it would have to be identified that there was something wrong with the address or that it did not match a residential location in order for someone to bring it to a registrar's attention. And so that needs to be corrected now so they're not continuing to vote at the wrong location in their office.
I also asked Secretary of State Merrill whether or not people on city council or the mayor, elected officials, are allowed to endorse somebody. He said absolutely, they're considered an individual and they're allowed to support anybody they want at any level of government.
We have breaking new information concerning Phenix City voter fraud issues that are spilling over from the District 2 City Council election. News 3 was first to report dozens of voters registered to vote using their business addresses instead of their primary residence. That is against the law. Now, according to the Phenix City Police Chief, there's reason to believe for some voters this may not have been a mistake, but done on purpose to influence the election. News 3's Justin Holbrook joining us now with breaking news update on this story. And Justin, just this afternoon, you visited over the phone with the police chief, Ray Smith. What did he tell you?
Yeah, that's right, Phil. He told me that between September and November, 15 people registered using their business address instead of their place that they live. And this is a total of 86 people who did this, but 15 of those registered just weeks and months before the election. Baxley Oswalt was up against Vicky Carter Johnson for the District 2 seat. Johnson was just 10 votes short from winning the majority vote, sending the race into a runoff special election. I spoke with Alabama Secretary of State John Merrill on why people using their business address to register went undetected this year and in years past.
All the Board of Registrar members are charged with doing is processing the addresses and the paperwork that is submitted to them for voter registration purposes. When they're able to confirm that it's a valid address, they're not in the business of confirming if it's a residential address or a business address.
Merrill said people using their business address to vote went unnoticed because it had never been challenged before. Chief Smith said now that it has been challenged, the police department can notify those who live outside District 2 that they cannot vote in the special election on December 19th. If you're wondering if you're eligible to vote in December 19 runoff, you can go to the voter list. It's available in multiple locations in Phenix City. You can find those locations on our website at WRBL.com. Phenix City officials are still looking into this fraud, but right now they're not going to take any legal action considering these fraud allegations.